All right. Hello, friends, and welcome to another Wednesday night essential chat. I am so excited tonight. It's my second week of doing these essential chats, and tonight I have someone near and dear to my heart joining me. We started our journey building this business around the same time, and she's kind of become a little soul sister of mine, I like to say. I think she actually put that in my head, the soul sister. I'd never heard that before she said it. So I love it, and I'm super excited that she has agreed to be here with us tonight. So with no further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring her on stage with me so that we can start our doTERRA essential chat. Hey, Shannon.
Hey girl, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. I love to spend time with you, and I could talk with you for hours. So
I
even
feel
though
the
we've never
same.
officially met in person, we've clicked from day one, and I just love being able to chat with you and spend time with you.
Absolutely.
So thank you for having me. My name's Shannon, and I live in Graham, Washington with my family, my beautiful family who's in the other room, trying to stay quiet so I could be on here. And I have been using doTERRA since the summer of 2019.
Awesome. How
Yeah.
did you first learn about doTERRA?
My mother nagged me for 2 years to meet with her oil lady, and I absolutely refused. I graciously was like, thanks, but no thanks. I'm not interested. And it took me 2 years to finally break down and meet with who is now my oil lady, and I love dearly. So yes,
That's awesome.
it took me 2 years, but it was from my mother. My mother, she never gave up hope on me. So don't ever stop asking people about oils.
That's awesome. Was there something specific that your mom was like, okay, I'm going to keep hounding you because I really think this is going to help? And if there was, were you sampled for that?
So I was never sampled for it. Our daughter actually had some warts, and so we used oregano. She's yelling at me.
I
Sorry.
was figuring she might have. You started cracking up, and I'm like, oh, I bet she's right there.
She is. She's like, are you kidding me? But I mean, she had some warts, and we couldn't get rid of them. Like, we went to the doctors, we had them frozen off, did all the home tricks. Nothing was working to like get rid of them. And so my mom finally was like, use this bottle of oregano. And I'm like, what is this bottle going to do? But my mother was persistent. So I used it twice a day with a Q-tip. Obviously, I knew nothing about oils, so I didn't know it was a hot oil, and I should dilute it before putting it around the warts, not directly on them. So within 2 weeks, though, they fell off and they were gone forever. That was our first experience, and I wasn't even sold on it then. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it like I wasn't. So it was later that same summer that I had health concerns, health issues that we've talked about before, and I was going down a road of going to the doctors and having injections and different treatments, and the whole 9 yards. Literally felt like I was living at the doctor's office, and that was what made my mom finally be like, will you just meet with my oil lady, just see what she has to say. She actually scanned me with the Itobi Scanner, which I now have one and I love. And when she scanned me and was like telling me all of these things I had, I was like, what did my mother tell you? Because she knew like everything that I had been dealing with almost. It was too good to be true. Like one of those, like, how do you know all of this? And what are you trying to sell me? I mean, my husband was assured she was just trying to sell us something. So we met with her. I mean, she never pushed anything on us. And my mom actually used her points to get us all of the oils and bought us the vitamins. And that's what got me started. So I started with 3 oils and the Lifelong Vitality Pack.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And for any of our viewers who don't know what maybe the Itobi Scanner is, that is this amazing handheld device that has similar technology as like our Fitbits or smartwatches, things like that. And it reads the vibrations of our bodies and tells us what oils we could benefit from in that moment, in that time. And so I recently got one too, and I'm starting to fall in love too.
It is amazing. Like, I love it. Just like my daughter will be like, Mom, I need to scan myself today. Like, I need to know what oils I need, you know? And so we scan ourselves a couple times a week. Sometimes I do it twice a day, like depending on how my day is going, just to see what oils and what products I can use.
Yeah.
So
you know, I did.
A game changer.
Yes. And you know what I found actually with it is it's starting to make me trust my own intuition a little more too. Today, I got to work and I was feeling some sort of way, I don't know, and I grabbed my holiday piece, which I never grabbed that one, but I keep my holiday piece and my holiday joy at my office for that because we have the fake Christmas tree around the holidays. Anyways, it's there. And so I grabbed the holiday piece, and it was probably 2 or 3 hours later. I had a little break in my day where I was just sitting at my desk. So I pulled out the Itobi out of my purse and I scanned myself, and my top oil was holiday peace for today.
Wow.
And I was like, no way.
That is phenomenal. And it's funny, I actually was diffusing holiday joy and vanilla today together. And it was amazing. And I never reach for my holiday joy or my holiday peace. Like, you know, I diffuse them obviously around Christmas. But yeah, to have that being diffused, same sort of like scenario. Very interesting. See, we're soul sisters. I'm telling you.
So true. So true. So do you, Shannon, remember your very first favorite oil?
Lemon.
Really?
Yes.
Is it still your favorite today?
Yes. I drink it every day in my ginormous water bottle here.
Love it.
My daughter makes fun of me because I carry that around and I look silly drinking out of it, but I need to drink enough water in the day. So lemon was one of the very first ones that Julie had me using, and it's still one of my favorites today. Like, I choose that over the others to put in my water.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think my first favorite is today. Still my favorite. It's Breathe. So I don't drink that one, but it's literally it's still my favorite. I think that every time I talk about oils, I say this is my favorite. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. Ask my husband, every oil is my favorite oil.
Yep.
But if I had to be stranded on a desert island with only one oil, so many people say like frankincense, I would say Breathe.
Really?
I've got to have Breathe. I just got to have it.
I would definitely say the Lifelong Vitality Pack if I had only one product to pick.
Yeah, okay. If I had one product, maybe I'd switch over to Lifelong Vitality.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know that if I could only choose one oil, that lemon would be that oil. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about that. Because I think I would choose frankincense.
I mean, it's a heavy hitter, right? So, I mean, if I'm being smart, if I'm being logical, I should take frankincense.
There's so many things you can do with that one. So I definitely, yeah. But that's an interesting question. Lemon, I don't think would be, but I do use it every day. And if I don't have it in my water, like, I start to crave it.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
And
that's good.
I used to hate lemon water. I never was that girl that would drink lemon water. So It's very interesting to me.
That's so funny. Another soul sister check. I don't drink lemon water either. Like, I always say no lemon in my water and tea. I always say no lemon.
Same. I'm telling you, we're such soul sisters here.
Seriously, seriously. So with the doTERRA business, when did you know that you wanted to share, or was it right out the gate?
So I started probably sharing and talking about it, like within like a month. I had no desire to sell it though, as a business. So it wasn't actually until 2020 when, things happened in the world, and I was no longer working in the corporate world, and my husband and I had to shut down our construction business for about 3 months. So we had zero income coming in. And at that point, he was like, maybe you could sell it. Like, you're already talking about it with everybody just to get enough to pay for your product. So that was kind of my like starting point. And I guess kind of like how I thought about the oils. Like, I love the oils at this point, but I was kind of like, are you kidding me? It doesn't cost anything to upgrade my account. Like, I don't have to do anything different. So I was a little hesitant as well, that you could actually do this as a business. And I have learned that that is not the case. It is very much a thriving business that I love to do. And it doesn't even feel like work.
That's the best part to me. Honestly, that's the
Yeah.
best part. I feel like when I sit down to work on my doTERRA business, I feel like I'm just calling friends to chat.
Going live?
I mean, right now, I don't feel like I'm working.
Right. We're just having a good time and talking. So I agree. Yes.
What has surprised you the most about the doTERRA business?
Oh, honestly, I'm going to say it's going to be the community. The people, like, no matter how high up the people are within the organization, they're 100% real at leadership. Meeting Elise Genevieve, like, in person, she is just a normal person. Like, she stood out there, she got to hug us, like, she got to help answer questions we had about the business. Like, she took time out of her busy schedule, because I can only imagine how busy her life is, to like meet with. I mean, I'm sure there was a line, like, I swear, a mile long, like, to meet with her, right? And then even like, gosh, I think it was last week, one of our builders is wanting to know how to go about opening in a different country. So James Bybee took time and did like a half-hour call with us, and just down to earth, willing to share different things, and they're not up on a pedestal, and I've never felt that way. So it doesn't matter if you're like brand new or you've been in this business for a long time. All of the leaders are just actual normal people, and they just want to love on you. And that was more prevalent to my husband and I at convention than ever before. So yeah. I can't wait to see you there next year.
I got my ticket. I got it.
I know. I know. No. I'm so excited.
I agree with you, though. I think one of the things that I love the most and that surprised me the most about pursuing the business side is indeed the community and the friendships that I have made along this journey. And just how real and down to earth, like you said, everyone is. My first experience with the Bybees was, I don't even remember what it was, but there was a virtual thing at the beginning of last year, and I ended up being split off in a room with Roxanne Bybee. And
oh, nice.
It was just like, there's like 4 of us in my group. And so it was like I was sitting in a room having coffee with Roxanne. And it was so down to earth. And like, she didn't try to lead the conversation. She listened to what everyone was saying. She's like, oh, that's a great idea. I'm going to write that down. Like, it was so comfortable. And you don't feel comfortable in most new jobs, right?
Right. I mean, I
feel comfortable.
I came from corporate America, and I mean, I felt more comfortable on a phone call with like James Bybee and like meeting Elise Genevieve, like just like you said, having an everyday conversation with them than I did in some of the corporate meetings that I was with people that I worked with for years.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what about this doTERRA business? On a personal level, what has this doTERRA business meant to you and your family?
It's given me my freedom back. Like it's given me my life back. I don't have the same like aches and pains and the same issues that I was faced with before. Like, so, and it's helped me be able to help other people. And that's what I love about it. Like, I've been helped in so many ways that I didn't even know I needed help in. Like, and I've met incredible people. So it's been a complete life-changing experience and never a road in my life that I ever imagined going down. I'm not a salesperson. Like, that's just not me at all.
Yes. I'm right there with you. I was like arms straight out in front of me, like, no, I'm not doing the business. Stay away from me. Because
Right.
that's the same reasons. I'm not salesy. I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to push product on people. But I feel like you don't have to do that with this business. I feel like you just naturally talk about what you love. Or me, I'm just putting my oils on all the time, and someone's like, what does that smell? And I'm like, here, smell.
I mean, I just love, like, if my daughter has an earache or something, I have something that's a natural thing without the side effects to it, and I love, like, we use lavender in our house quite a bit. I love it can be used for multiple purposes, and it's not just one thing.
Yes.
So, I mean, I've shrink down my my cabinet, so to speak, of what products I'm using because they can be used for so many different things. And like you said, they smell amazing. So people are always like, oh my gosh, you smell so good. What oil do you have on today?
Yes. Yeah. I love how it's given me the confidence to, over time, I won't say I felt this way right out the gate by any means, but over time, I've gained confidence in turning to oils first, to where before I emailed my doctor at least once a month about something.
Right. No, I agree.
Yeah. So that's amazing. What would you say keeps you motivated? Because I know a lot of times what I hear from people is, oh, it's salesy, or it's an MLM, or there's 1,000 oils out there. I can get it on Amazon. There's all these different things, which you and I know all the reasons why all that is no-go, right? We know you should not be saying that. We know that those are not.
Yes.
Yes. So what keeps you motivated with that?
I truly, like, I can't explain it, but with the road that I was going down, like, I feel with every ounce of my body, like God was telling me there was something better. And that was literally when doTERRA entered my life, at that, like, crossroad in my life. And from where I was at that point to, like, the person you see today, night and day difference. My confidence level has gone skyrocketing, right? And like you said, I mean, for a fact, like 6 months ago, getting on a live thing, I was like, I'm out. I mean, you and I went on my first live together.
Yes.
So like, this is not my area. And I just, like, God has laid it on my heart, like, he has given me these tools, and I want to be able to help everybody because I know where I was at, like, financially, was paying for all of my medications. And I believe there's a place for Western medicine wholeheartedly. But if I can use something that's less toxin and help somebody else get healthier, and when I have people call me and say, that oil really helped for my burn, or I use this for my bee sting or some, like, those things just warm my heart. So that's where I know I'm on the right path and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. I love that. I feel like you kind of answered within that my next question. What excites you the most about it?
So I love watching people just their excitement as they're learning about the product and how they can use the product. It excites me. I love like my new builders and how excited they are to share with the world. And I'm also excited that I learned like every day I learn something I did not know, whether it be about an oil or about a product or how something can be used. I am constantly learning something, and I love that. I never feel like I have all of the answers and all of the information. So every day I learn something different. So that also excites me because I love to learn new, like, we never stop learning, right?
Yeah.
So to keep learning and learn something new, even with oils that I've used for, I mean, one of my builders was the one that told me frankincense works great for sleep. And I had been using frankincense for like a year and a half. And I never, like, I didn't realize that. So you learn something new, even with oils that you already are using.
I love that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. When we watch this back, I'm just going to make fun of myself really quick. My internet keeps going in and out, and I have no idea why. So you and I are fine right here, but on Facebook, I'm like, totally
So
froze.
on here, you look frozen on my end. And I was like, is it my internet? Like, am I doing something wrong?
Oh my goodness. No, I'm definitely going to have to figure out why this is happening tonight. But the playback's going to be pretty funny for the replays.
I mean, but when are you and I not funny together?
So true. So true. Okay, so to wrap up so that you can get with your beautiful family and I can go tell my husband I love him and thanks for cooking dinner tonight.
And taking one for the team, right?
Yes, yes. What's the biggest benefit that you've received from this business? And do you think it's a good idea and why for people to start the doTERRA business?
I mean, that's a really great question. So the biggest benefit I feel like for me is like the friends I've made along the way. I mean, like you, I've never physically met you, and I think of you like family. I know, like, I could call you or text you, and I've done this, like, and need help, and you will get back to me, just like a sister. So I've gained all of these wonderful relationships that I never would have had had I not entered into the doTERRA family. So, I mean, I think that's one of the biggest benefits. Aside from the product and everything, it's that community and that feeling like you have people in your circle who are willing to help you at any given time. So that is absolutely huge. And then, do I think it's a good idea to start the business? So I think you have to ask yourself, like, if you're looking for a get rich scheme, this is not it. So ask yourself why you would want to start. I started my business with doTERRA because I wanted to help people. I wanted to help people heal and get better from the inside out. I've never lost focus on that why of why I started. Has it evolved and changed? A little bit, yeah. I mean, at first it was to just help get my products paid for. And now I'm like, oh, I can actually get my products paid for. And now I want to get more money, right? I want to work on my husband being able to retire, and we have goals. And my husband is doing this business right alongside with me. But it's not like it's work. It's something that's like we heard tonight from Ellie, like it's feeding our souls. So when I'm doing this and I'm helping others, it feeds my soul in a way I can't even explain. And so I love it. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me happy. I get to help so many people. And honestly, they're people that I probably never would have talked to. Like I go out of my way and I'm pushed outside of my comfort zone. So I'm constantly learning and I'm constantly growing. And from the girl I was in that like little shell who was afraid to like speak to where I am today, day and night difference, you know? And I know like we left convention and I was like, I'm going to be on that stage and I'm going to be sharing my story at some point. And everyone in the car was like, you're crazy. And I'm like, no, like I know that's going to be me. Like I can feel it. Right. So I know that that's where I'm going. And I am not a spotlight person. I think that's why I struggle with going live. But if I can help just one person, it feeds my soul. And that's just the best way I guess I can answer it. So to me, it depends on why you're getting started. If you're doing it for, you know, just money and I want to be rich and blah, blah, like to me, that's not the right reason. And don't give up. We have valleys and, you know, we have mountains that we go through in this business. And that's where your community rallies against you. I mean, you and we've talked really in depth about that. So don't ever give up on your hopes and dreams by any means.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Shannon, as always, it's so wonderful to talk to you. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your half hour with us and your story.
Thank you so much for having me. I love this and I can't wait to watch the replay as well.
I have a feeling it's gonna be funny. I keep glancing over at the live on my phone to make sure it's still there, and every once in a while I'm like
I'm so excited. Well, thank you so much. I so appreciate it. And I can't wait to get back together with you and chat soon.
Same here. You have a good night.
You too, hon. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.